Live, local, breaking news. This is WYFF News 4 at 6 in high definition.
The death of Clemson student Tucker Hipps had caused an outpouring of grief last night. Today, the investigation carried on, and the Oconee County Sheriff sat down with us to talk about that. So far in the Hipps case, authorities have interviewed more than 50 people.
Today, new details about the morning he disappeared. WYFF News 4's Mandy Gaither was live and local in Oconee County. Mandy, Tucker was running with his fraternity brothers when he fell.
That's right, Carol, and the sheriff says that run started at the fraternity quad on campus and continued along the bridge beside me. First, they ran over the span farthest away from me, closest to the Y beach. Then I'm told they crossed over the median and continued down this span that's closest to me. The body of Tucker Hipps was found Monday evening in the water between the two spans. Oconee County Sheriff Mike Crenshaw says they know Tucker died from falling from the bridge. They don't know why at this point, if it was accidental or intentional. Crenshaw says there are no inconsistencies in the stories of the fraternity brothers who last saw Tucker. He says they were on a voluntary weekly fitness run, and at this time in the morning it was dark. They didn't see Tucker at breakfast, but say that wasn't unusual. It wasn't until fraternity members found Tucker's cell phone and keys that they got concerned, and witnesses saw the students looking in the woods, retracing their running route while looking for Tucker before reporting him missing to police. Now, Crenshaw says one of the possibilities, and this again is just a possibility, that they're looking into is whether Tucker tried to jump from one span to the other to catch up with the group. The distance doesn't look very far between the spans, but they are actually 8.5 feet apart from each other.
Falling off the bridge is a possibility. Again, 6 o'clock in the morning, you know, that 8.5 foot distance between those bridges, there's a depth perception issue with it being dark. You know, whatever, there's all kinds of reasons that we can only speculate right now. You know, did this runner fall behind and think he was going to jump across to catch up to him on the other side? You know, that's a possibility. But again, we don't want to speculate. We don't know at this point.
Now, also today, we're hearing the call to Clemson University police from one of Tucker's fraternity brothers. He told a dispatcher he didn't want to file a report at that time, that he was just calling her to find his friend and wanted to see if police happened to pick him up.
I think the weird thing is that we have he left his phone in my place and his truck keys and everything. Like, we have everything, just like we have no idea where he is.
Was he depressed?
No, like, not at all.
Nothing like that?
No, like, we just, and we said, like, 'cause there was a group of us, and we thought, like, everybody made it back, and we realized it was, like, late, and then we realized that we have all this stuff. And
okay, when was the last time you saw him?
When we were running.
Now, in the wake of Tucker's death, Clemson University has suspended all new member initiation activities of their 24 male social fraternities. I interviewed the Student Affairs Vice President today, and she says in the past couple of weeks, the university has gotten, and I'm quoting here, an unprecedented number of complaints about fraternities. In fact, 15 of them, and at least 6 of those have risen to the level of having to contact law enforcement to investigate. The allegations range from alcohol abuse to hazing to sex assault. The university is investigating all of this at this point, and we are continuing to work on this story, and we will have much more on that angle coming up for you tonight at 11. Mandy Gaither, WYFF News 4 live in Oconee County.
Mandy, thank you. And you saw the memorial service just a moment ago. People on college campuses across the state paused to remember Tucker Hipps last night. Take a look at these pictures. They were taken on Clemson's Bowman Field. There were no candles, so the crowd held up their cell phones to honor Tucker's memory.
I think grieving is an important thing and showing that we love him, but I think Tucker, more importantly, would want us to be moving forward and seeing how we could use his life to better other people's.
Thomas McAfee is handling the memorial services. The funeral and burial are set for this Sunday.
Be ready to see more cases of the enterovirus. That word tonight from the Centers for Disease Control. The virus affects the respiratory system, especially in people with asthma. WYFF News 4's Myra Ruiz is live and local for us in Greenville tonight. And Myra, you're talking about some of the first cases seen in the upstate in the Carolinas.
Health officials report 6 cases in North Carolina. Health officials report 6 cases in North Carolina and 2 cases here in the upstate. We're told the patients were at the Children's Hospital and have since gone home. Now, we were in downtown Greenville earlier today, found people who are curious about this illness, so we let them ask a doctor about the virus.
How do you even pronounce this virus? How do you say it?
Enterovirus is how we typically pronounce it, but certainly enterovirus we've heard.
What are the symptoms of the enterovirus?
The biggest symptoms are cough, congestion, things that you would commonly see with a cold virus. Certainly fever can also be a symptom.
How is the virus transmitted, and are we safe just walking down the street?
Typically you have to be in fairly close proximity to a person. So we usually say 3 to 6 feet if somebody's breathing on you or coughing on you. But also, if you do touch a surface of something after somebody's been sick, so for instance a doorknob or door handle, the virus can be spread in that way as well.
What is the best way to prevent the virus from spreading?
Certainly good hand washing can help prevent the spread of the virus, and it is important that with the enterovirus that you actually wash your hands, because the enterovirus is not killed by our alcohol-based hand sanitizers.
If I was in a situation such as in a doctor's office and I'm beside somebody and they sneeze on me, cough on me, what should I do immediately?
Certainly, if you're around somebody that's sick, definitely wash your hands after you've been around that person.
Should there be a vaccination for that?
Fortunately, most of the patients who get enterovirus actually recover from it. So I doubt we'll see a vaccination anytime in the near future.
According to the CDC, it can take a while to learn someone has the virus through testing, and that's why it's not unusual to get confirmed cases or to learn about them after the patients have already recovered and gone home from the hospital. Myra Ruiz, WYFF News 4, live in Greenville.
Myra, thank you. Deputies say a man was stabbed in the chest during a fight. The man they found nearby holding a knife is now charged with murder. William Miller is in the Rutherford County Jail. Deputies say they were called to the Triple L Trailer Park on Whiteside Road at about 3 this morning. They found Stephen Bridges Jr. with a stab wound to the chest. They say he died in the hospital. Investigators say Miller was in a nearby driveway, still holding the knife.
Authorities tell us a couple got arrested in a standoff last night after a series of crimes in Anderson County. Casey Waddell and Tracy Harrell face several charges tonight, including attempted murder and possession of a weapon during a violent crime. Deputies say the two fired shots at a man on Centerville Road back on September 10th. Investigators tell us the duo then led deputies on a chase this past Sunday on the Highway 28 bypass, and then last night. They were found in a home on Circle Street in Pendleton. Deputies tell us they refused to come out of the home, so SWAT was called in, but the arrests were made before SWAT could get there.
Greenville police are asking for your help finding 3 women who stole more than $4,000 in clothing from REI. Police sent us these surveillance pictures. The pictures are from last Wednesday. Officers say the women stole $4,660 worth of clothing. Investigators want to draw attention to the women's purses. One has an American flag design on it. The other purse has a British flag design. If you have any information, call Crime Stoppers, the number 23-CRIME.
All right, take a look here. A little cloudy, but all in all a beautiful day. Autumn is definitely here, and the experts remind us this kind of cool down helps to create a fine foliage season. Chief Meteorologist John Cesarich is right here, and he knows about that. John, this cool down is going to stick around a while, right?
It looks like it. Yeah, I tell you, Michael and Carol, with that northeasterly breeze, we're continuing to drive in the unseasonably cool temperatures across the area. It's even 56 right now in Boone. 60s and 70s cover most of the western Carolinas and northeastern Georgia. And you can also see some rain showers wrapping around the upper level low, which is just off to our south, which is finally starting to lift off to the northeast. So some rain showers continuing to spread from east to west across the Piedmont of North Carolina and also the northeastern part of the upstate in northern Spartanburg County and even back into around the Greenville area, and even a couple of sprinkles possible in the southwestern part of the upstate. So I'll talk more about finally the storm system leaving us. We'll look ahead to the weekend. That's a little bit later on.